Hi everybody, I have another class filmed for you today from one of the places that we have traveled to. This was a cabin that we rented right after Thanksgiving. Such a beautiful space that I thought I needed to film a class. So this is a tension release class for your lower back, your legs, and your hips. And let's go ahead and get started. We'll start this class in a hands and knees pose or a tabletop position. So just come onto the hands and knees, untuck your toes, and we'll start by rolling the hips around in a big circle over to the right and then around to the left. You'll do 3 of these circles. Starting to warm up your hips and your lower back. One more time, circle those hips all the way around. Come back to the center and then switch, circle your hips to the left and then around. We'll do 3 of those as well. Left, back, and around, and one more time, circle the hips left, back toward the heels, and then over to the right and back to center. Now into a cat and cow. Inhale, arching the spine, lifting the head and tail. Exhale, rounding and tucking the head and tail in. Inhale, arch, find cow. Exhale, tuck and find cat. Inhale, up to cow. Exhale, curl your spine, find cat. Return your spine to a neutral position. Extend your right leg out onto the toes. Press your weight back and stretch back through your heel to start to wake up through your legs and stretch your calf muscles. You really want to shift your weight back so you're pushing back with your arms to try to straighten the leg. Drop that knee back down and then do the same thing on the left side, extending the left leg, pushing through the heel and pressing with your hands to push your weight back. Stretching out your left calf muscles. And then back onto both knees. Another round of cat and cow. Inhale, arch the spine, look up to cow. Exhale, round it into cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Again, inhale, arch. And exhale, curl. Back to neutral spine. Now lift up your right leg and we'll make circles, opening the hip out, going around and down, circling the hip around. Again, same thing, circle it all the way around, going from a parallel position to a turned out position. 2 more times, circle it up and around and down. And last one. And then set it down. And we'll do the same thing with the other leg, the left leg, opening and rotating the hip parallel and turned out. 2, and number 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Come back down onto all 4s. We'll take a twist for our spine. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the ceiling, twisting it, trying to stack your shoulders, and then exhale, you'll thread the arm under your left. Push with your left hand so that you're twisting your chest up towards the ceiling, finding that rotation through your back. And then come back, find center. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up, twist, trying to stack the shoulders. And then exhale, thread underneath. Push with your right hand and twist the chest up towards the ceiling. And then return to a tabletop position. Inhale, arch your spine, going back to cat and cow. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, curl, round it out, find cat. Arch your back, inhale. Curl your back, exhale. Return to neutral. Tuck your toes underneath. Press up with your knees so you're hovering off the ground, rounding through your scapula, finding that bear position. Hold it there and then shift your hips up and back. Keep your knees bent and just press through your arms. Try to open up through your chest, working on lengthening out through the spine right now. Later we'll get into the legs and start to stretch out the legs more, but just right now focus on opening through the shoulders and your upper body, lengthening the spine. Drop your knees down, return back to tabletop and untuck your toes. Walk your hands up to the top of the mat, pull your rib cage in, slide your head between your arms and place your forehead down on the mat. Taking nice big deep breaths, again trying to work on opening up through the shoulders, the thoracic spine, and lengthening out your lower back. holding here and breathing deeply. We're almost finished with this, and then we'll move into another stretch for our shoulders. Lift your head. You'll slide your left hand back under your armpit. You'll roll your right palm up to the ceiling. And again, you want to close the rib cage and set the head down on the floor. And relax into this stretch, taking big breaths in through the nose and then out through the nose. Lift your head, roll your palm back onto the floor, switch sides, left hand forward, right hand back. Close the rib cage, lift the palm to the ceiling, set the head down, and find that on the other side. Again, relaxing into it and taking those nice big deep breaths in and out through your nose. Lift your head, take both your hands forward, same thing, close the rib cage off and slide the head down in between, resting the forehead on the floor. Same stretch that we did earlier, just coming back to it to keep trying to open up. Get the tension and tightness out of your upper body. And also to help relieve the lower back by lengthening it out. Lift your head, slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. We'll cat and cow again. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, curl round. Inhale, slide the scapula together to arch your back. And then exhale, spread the scapula to round your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Back to neutral. Tuck your toes. Hover your knees up off the mat again, rounding through your upper back, pushing up through your scapula, and then lift the hips up and back to find your down dog. Again, keep the knees bent to start. Press the chest open, really driving the knuckles of your hands to the floor. Extend your right leg, try to stretch it out. Work on the legs, getting a bit of a stretch now. And then bend the right leg again, come back to both legs bent, and then extend your left heel down to the floor to stretch out through the left side. One leg bent, one leg straight. Both knees bend again and roll down onto your knees, untuck your toes. Now we're going to cat and cow circle. So we're going to the arch. We'll send our ribs to the left, round over top as we circle to the right and drop it down. Same thing as cat and cow, except we're adding a circle. So we're making it go all the way around. Now switch. Start to the right and then circle around to the left. Going through the arch and then circling, rounding, shifting down and finding that arch again. Last time, circle it all the way around. And then return to your neutral position, tuck your toes, balance there in your bear, gripping through the fingers, shift your hips up and back, press through your chest, find down dog, extend the right leg, switch, extend the left leg. So you're doing one leg bend at a time. Right leg extends, left leg bends. Switch, left leg extends, right leg bends. Just gonna walk this down dog out. Switch. Left leg is straight, right is bent. And then lift to the toes, straightening both legs, and then bend both legs. Try to drop the heels down to the mat. Bend, lift your heels, extend, try to drop the heels down. Bend and extend. Hold it there, look forward, and then begin to walk yourself up towards the top of the mat. So you're about a foot from the top of the mat. Feet are parallel, bend your knees, let your upper body hang over your lower body. Grab hold of opposite elbows and just drape your upper body over top of your lower body, trying to get your belly to connect and lay on top of your thighs. Knees are nice and bent right now. Release your elbows. And then extend your right leg, placing your left hand down on the mat and lifting your right arm up to the ceiling. Left leg is bent, right leg is straight, right arm is up. Again, stretching out the back of the legs and the hamstrings. Release, fold back down, switch sides, bend the right leg, extend the left, and lift your left arm up to the ceiling, trying to look up towards your top hand. Stretching it out. And then release back down. Try to stretch the knees, maybe keep them just a little bit bent. Shift the weight forward and backward, coming from your toes to your heels. Thinking about the belly just laying towards or on top of the thighs. Shift forward and back. Now stay with the weight on the toes. Bend your knees and then extend your legs. Let your head relax. Bend the knees. Stick your tailbone to the ceiling and try to extend the knees. Bend and extend. It doesn't matter if they get all the way straight. Just do your very best. This time we'll bend and then we'll stack our spine, rolling it up one vertebrae at a time till we lift all the way back to the top. Plant your feet down into the mat, standing nice and tall. We're going to bend our hips back and down to find chair pose. Weight should be on the heels, hands together over the heart in prayer pose. Hugging the belly button into the spine. Working the quads here as you sink those hips back and down. Keep holding. Let those legs get a nice work. And then release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead as you extend your legs. Exhale, dive forward, pulling the belly to your thighs as you come into a forward fold, releasing your head and neck. Inhale, look forward, stretch your spine. Exhale, step to plank and lower down. Inhale, lift to upward dog. Exhale, tuck your toes and press yourself back, find down dog. Push your hands into the mat and open your chest. Work to extend your legs. Maybe you could even lift your toes to help lengthen through the back of your legs and the back of your knees. And you're looking either at your knees or your belly button. Look forward. Step your right foot up, then your left foot up. Inhale, lift to a flat back, stretching your spine. Exhale, forward fold, creasing at the hips. Inhale, reverse swan dive to stand. Palms touch over your head. Exhale, arms return to your sides. Big breath, finding that grounding through both your feet. Step your right foot back and then pivot your toe just out a little on the diagonal. You interlace your hands behind your back, grabbing opposite elbows. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, fold towards your front leg, trying to extend the front leg as much as you can. And then keep squeezing your shoulder blades together to help open your chest. Your nose is reaching towards your big toe, trying to lengthen out the spine. Release your hands, place them on either side of your front foot. Turn your back foot all the way to parallel. Flex your front foot and then place it back down on the mat. Flex, pull back, and release the foot. Flex, pull those toes up towards the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. Hold it there, stretching through the back of your leg. And then release the foot back down. Bend your front knee. Shift your hands forward, so all your weight's on your front leg. You're going to lift your back foot up and down, just to about 90 degrees. Lift your back leg up, and then tap the toe down. Lift. Then you're going to bend knees together, and then extend that leg back out. Bend, touch your knees together. Extend your top leg and your bottom leg. Bend, and extend, stretch. Hold it there. Keep your left hand on the mat. Rotate your chest and your hip open. Lift your right arm to the ceiling and find that half moon position. Balancing. If you keep your gaze down, it helps with your balance. Return your arm back and rotate your hip back to parallel and release the foot down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Release your head and neck. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Palms touch overhead. And exhale, release the hands at your sides. Very nice. Let's do all of that on the other side. Step your left foot back, rotate it open slightly. Now do the opposite way of grabbing elbows. So grab whatever way you didn't do last time on top, and then fold forward, reaching your nose towards your big toe, pulling your hips so they're even and flat, and lengthening the spine as you fold down to stretch that out. Just about ready to release. Good. Now release your hands, rotate your back foot parallel, lengthen the spine, flex the front toe, and then place the foot flat. Flex and release. Flex and release. Flex. Hold it there. Try to keep both legs really straight and also lengthen the spine, lifting the chest up. Bend your front leg, shift all your weight to that front foot. As your arms go a little more forward, you lift your back foot up and down. Lift and tap the toe back down. Lift it up just to about 90 degrees. And now we'll bend both legs, knees touch, and then extend both legs. Bend and extend. You're only going about to hip height. Bend and extend. Open the hip. Leave the right hand on the floor. Lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Half moon. Stretch it out. Balance, balance, balance. Hold that belly in to help you balance and leave your gaze down to the floor. Release your hand, rotate your hip back to parallel, and release your foot down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive to stand. Palms keep reaching till they touch overhead. And then exhale, arms down to your sides. Very good. Now you'll step your left foot back so that you can face me. Our bellies are facing each other. Hands go onto your waist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale from your hips, forward fold, crease down. Release your hands, place them on the mat. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, try to slide your hands further between your legs as you fold down. Tailbone is up to the ceiling, and you're lengthening, lifting up through your quads to help lengthen out your legs, and your weight is shifted forward onto the balls of your feet. Inhale, lift back up, flat back. Place your hands more in front of you. Bend into your right leg, and then shift your hips and bend into your left leg. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight. You're shifting side to side. Your knee should be pushing out over your toe, so it's going parallel. Shift side to side. Shift to the right. And up and over, shift to the left. Come back to center, straighten both legs. Take your left hand right into the middle of the mat. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling. Find a twist and a rotation. Lifting your head up, trying to stack your shoulders and move that rib cage open so you're finding a nice big twist. Release, switch sides, right hand down, left arm opens, twist it out, stacking the shoulders, twisting through your rib cage. And release the left hand down. Toes are forward. Take a hold of the back of your legs, maybe behind your ankles, and pull your body to your legs. So it's almost like you're trying to pull your body through your legs. Your weight is again on the balls of your feet to help stretch out and balance you, and your tailbone should be right up to the ceiling. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. Release your hands, place them back on the mat in front of you. Turn your hips open and out so you can sink your hips down, and then lift the hips to straighten the legs. Sink down, find that squat, and then lift the hips, lengthen back up, stretch. Exhale, open the hips, squat it down. Then hands will go onto, or elbows will go onto your knees rather, and you'll push your hips open with your elbows. And we're going to take a twist, putting your right hand and pressing into your right knee, twisting and looking over your left shoulder. And then switch other side, push into your left knee and twist to look over your right shoulder. And return to center, push those knees open one more time. And then we're just going to shift gently side to side. Trying not to lift up and down, just shift in the same plane. Shift over right. And then shift to the left. Come back to center, place your hands on the mat, rotate your feet parallel as you extend your hips up to the ceiling. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down, pulling the arms in between the legs and releasing your neck as much as you can. Place your hands back on your waist and then inhale, flat back, lift yourself all the way up to standing. Step forward back to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down to your forward fold. Release your head and neck. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, step your feet back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Push open your shoulders, lengthen your spine, extend your legs. Hold it here, big breaths. Right foot stays down, lift your left leg, open the hip and bend your knee. Just letting that left leg really pull back behind you. And then circle your hip, open it around. So your knee's going to turn out to the side and then down to the floor and then rotate up to the ceiling. Just circling that hip around, making as big of circles as you can. And then stretch it to the back and release the foot down. Other side, left leg goes up and hold it there, pulling that foot back towards your head, opening the hip and then rotating in circles. 3, 2, 1, circling. Hold it there. Stretch that foot back towards your head again, and then release down, pressing back into your down dog. Come onto your toes, bend your knees, and drop all the way down onto all fours. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, curl round. Cat and cow again. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Neutral spine. Shift your weight back over your legs and stack your body up. You'll step your right foot forward 90 degrees. Tuck your hips under. Place both hands on your front leg and stretch out through your quad and your hip flexor on your left leg. The more you can tuck and send that left hip forward, the more stretch you're going to feel. Now place your left hand down. You can slide your back knee so that you're not right on top of your knee, but you're more forward on the thigh. And you'll drop down into a low lizard lunge, separating the legs front to back. Lift your right arm up to the ceiling, taking another twist. And then you'll bend your back leg and try to grab it with your foot to pull your heel in towards your glute. Hold it there. And look how I'm not on my knee. I want to have my weight forward so that I'm not putting all that pressure right on the knee joint itself. Release the foot, plant the hands, and step yourself back to down dog, pressing the chest nice and open. Now we'll do that on the other side. We're going to step the left leg forward this time. Tuck the hips under to stretch out through your right hip flexor and quad. Really pressing forward and lengthening out your back leg, your back thigh, and your back hip flexor. Drop down, scoot that knee back. Your right hand goes down to that low lizard lunge. Sinking and spreading the legs apart, front to back. Lift the left arm up, finding a little twist. Holding and then bending the back leg to grab the foot and pull it in towards your glute. Getting a good opening in your quad. Release the foot. Plant your hands and push yourself up and back to down dog. Planting the hands, stretching through the legs, opening up the chest, and lengthening the spine. Look forward, walk your feet back up to the top of the mat, parallel with the feet about hip distance apart. Take your first 2 fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, flat back, stretch forward. Exhale, open your elbows wide and pull your chest back towards your thighs. Again, we want the weight shifted forward onto the balls of the feet and your tailbone stretching up towards the ceiling. Lengthening out the entire spine. Inhale, look forward. Release your toes. Place the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, you'll again open the elbows to fold your body towards your legs. And you want to push your toes into your wrists. Pulling up through your quads, lengthening out through the back of your legs. Stretching and holding. Slide the hands out, place them back on your waist, and then flat back, stand all the way back up. Sink your hips back and down. Find your chair pose again, like you're sitting down in a chair. This time we're going to twist and take the left elbow across the right knee and try to press the palms into the center of the chest. Make sure that your left knee is not pushing forward past your right knee. And you'll twist, holding it there. Come back to the center, switch sides. Twist and place the right elbow and hook it on the outside of the left knee. Sink down. Try to keep the knees even with each other. Twisted chair. Sounds like it should be a band name or something. Twisted chair. Turn back to center, drop the hips down, find chair, and then inhale, sweep the arms up as you extend the legs. Exhale, return your hands to the sides of your body. Turn your feet out slightly, maybe step them out just a little, and we'll sink our hips down to find a squat. Elbows pushed into your knees. You can wiggle it out, shifting side to side here. Trying to open up through your hips. I'm just shifting right and left, lifting one heel at a time. This time I'm going to shift all the way down to place my right knee on the floor and then push my hip open with my left hand, and that left foot is going to roll out onto the blade of the foot. And then come to center, shift over to the other side, drop the left knee down, and then press open with the right, rolling out onto the blade of the foot, opening through the hip. And then come back, find center, shift into it till you can find your nice squat, elbows in, hands at heart. Press your knees open and try to lengthen your spine. Hips down, chest up. Release your hands back down onto the mat. Turn your toes inward and come to a forward fold, stretching the legs out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release your head. Swan dive to stand up, place the hands overhead, touching the palms, and exhale, release your hands to the sides. Good work. Okay, we are going to vinyasa. Inhale, touch the palms overhead. Exhale, dive forward all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, and step to plank. Exhale, bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, push the hips up and back. Find your down dog, pressing your chest open, extending your legs. Right foot stays on the mat. You lift your left leg back to that turned out position with the knee bent. And then you're going to extend the top leg and then bend it back down. Extend and bend. Extend the top leg, pressing your chest back towards your leg. Hold it there. Try to pull that leg more up towards the front, like towards your face, stretching the leg out. And then rotate it to the side to close it and step all the way down. Other side, lift the left leg up. Find that turned out position with the bent leg. And then you're going to extend the leg overhead. Bend and extend. Bend and extend the leg up. Press the chest back. Hold it there. Opening up through that top hip, trying to extend the back leg. Then turn the hip out to the side and close it all the way down. And now you're back to down dog. Bend your knees, sink down into a tabletop position. Cat and cow again. Inhale, find cow. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, curl to cat. Arch it up. Inhale. Exhale, round it out. Neutral with your spine again in a tabletop position. And you're going to slide your right leg forward, coming into a pigeon pose. And we're just going to rock open and close. So you're just going to rock over onto your right hip and then try to come on top of your left thigh. So finding pigeon, rolling onto the top of the left thigh, lift your chest up to the ceiling, and then exhale, fold your chest down to the floor or as far forward as you can go. Really trying to square off your hips. Your back hip on that extended leg should be rotated down. So your hip should be down towards the floor and your thigh should be laying on the floor. We want to try to close and square off as much as we can. Lift back up, walking your hands up, and then your back leg will come forward. You're going to cross it over top of your front leg, wrap your right arm around your leg, and then twist, pulling your ribs over to the side of your left leg. Finding that rotation through your spine. I love this one for my glutes, to get that nice stretch in my glutes and my rotators. It just feels so good to me. Swing the leg back around, finding pigeon pose again. You're going to bend your back leg and try to take a hold of it with either your hand or hooking it in the crook of your elbow. And you're going to pull it in and then release. Then you'll turn your fingers forward if you can, turn your chest forward and try to pull your heel towards your glute, stretching out your back leg. And again, we're trying to be on top of that thigh. This is a pretty deep stretch. If you don't have it yet, just keep working on it. Release the foot. Plant your hands, push yourself back into your down dog. Bend your knees, come back down to a tabletop position, untuck your toes, cat and cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. I know we're doing a lot of cat and cow today, but that's to help release out the back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Neutral spine. Slide your left leg forward to pigeon pose on the other side, rolling in and out, opening the hip and then turning it closed, staying rolled on top of it. Lift the chest, try to squeeze the shoulder blades together and then fold yourself down, stretching out, squaring off the hips, turning that back leg down to the floor, relaxing into it with your breath as much as you can. Lift your head back up. Swing your back leg around to step it over your front leg and find that rotation, that twist. Sitting up tall with the spine and then rotating into the twist. Both your hip bones should be down on the mat, or your sit bones should be on the mat. Unwind your spine, send that leg back behind you, back to pigeon pose. Bend your back leg, take a hold of your foot and pull it in and release it. Seeing if you can stay on top of your thigh without opening your back hip, and then you'll grab your foot, rotate your palm forward, elbow to the ceiling, try to square off your shoulders, and pull the heel in towards your glute. Release your foot, plant your hands, push yourself up, find your down dog. Stretching everything out, and then bend back down onto your knees to cat and cow again. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Center or neutral spine. Open your knees a little bit wider. Sink your hips back and down, trying to sit over your heels. Extend your arms forward and lay your head down in a child's pose. Just taking big, full, deep breaths here. Really seeing if you can relax your hip flexors so that your sit bones can come down and sit on your heels. Lift your head, walk your hands over to the right. Extend your left arm, but bend your right and fold down again. You'll get a stretch through the left side of your body. Lift your head, walk to the other side, to the left. Your right arm extends, your left bends, and then you lay your head down. Getting a stretch on the other side. This is one of my favorites. I think it feels really good to stretch out through the lats on the back. Lift your head, come back to center, find that neutral or center child's pose again, laying down, both your arms extended out in front. Letting your breath calm down, your body calm down. Lift your head. Now you'll slide your right arm under your left. Walk your left hand a little forward and find that rotation, twisting to look under your arm. Lift, come back, extend the right arm, send the left under and twist, lay down. Finding that rotation. Twists just really help to release out my spine, so that's why there's so many of them in this class. And then come back to center, roll yourself up. Slide your right leg forward and then take your left forward so you can lay down on your back, and then extend the legs out to the corners of the mat, relaxing everything down. You need to wiggle your shoulders underneath you. If your neck is feeling tight, lift your head, take your chin to your chest, and then lay your head back down. Your palms will just be by the sides of your body and they'll be turned to the ceiling. Try to let your whole body release, no tension, no tightness, especially in your face. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw, biting your teeth together. They're relaxed. If you have a tendency to do that, rest your tongue at the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, to help prevent that. Relax in between your eyebrows, smooth out your forehead. All your muscles are loose. And as your body calms down, allow your brain also to do the same. Your thoughts start to slow down. Create a nice clear space inside your head. Not latching on, grabbing hold of any thoughts right now. Let them come in and out. Don't process anything. Just be completely present in this moment in time. Finding stillness, finding peace, and finding quiet. Now it's time to wake up. Roll into a ball on your right side. Keep your eyes closed and make your way up to a comfortable seated position with your hands resting on your knees. We'll inhale through our nose to a count of 4 and then exhale out the nose to a count of 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, and repeat in your mind, may these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Place your hands together in prayer and bow your head down. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel open and relaxed and rejuvenated, and I will see you next time.